There's an immigration backlog, and it's creating a new change in policy. Thousands of illegals will possibly be set free after a new push by immigration officials. They issued a memo. It comes from the chief of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, and it says that deportation cases will be dropped against certain illegals in the thousands if they've applied for citizenship and they don't have criminal records. The agency says that will better help target illegals who pose a serious threat. That's where they want to put their resources. But critics say it's nothing more than backdoor amnesty. Dan Stein, president of the Federation for American Immigration, is with us, and Rayed Gonzalez, an immigration attorney, joins us too. Good to see both of you.
Hi, Jamie.
Good to be here.
Hello.
Well, first of all, Dan, why do you say it's backdoor amnesty?
Oh, this is part of an overall process from this administration is so aligned with extremists who do not want to see immigration laws enforced at all. And this memo is the latest evidence that we see of a complete collapse of our interior immigration enforcement apparatus. We knew from the beginning the Obama administration would use the pretext of criminal alien removal to justify stopping removals or deportation or apprehension of all garden variety illegal aliens. I mean, at a time when we have millions and millions of Americans looking for work who need jobs, this administration could be and should be apprehending and removing from the workforce illegal aliens who are taking American jobs. And instead, they're hiding behind this fig leaf of criminal alien removal. I mean, the reason why the administration sued Arizona was because they simply don't want immigration laws enforced, and so they're taking this narrow band of people who commit independent criminal felonies and saying that's where we're going to put all of our enforcement resources. Everybody else can stay until they can get their amnesty through.
Rayed, is the argument that there's a backlog and we need to prioritize? And is that enough?
This is absolutely ridiculous. And Dan, I'm sorry, but you're so wrong on this issue. What do you do if this is about prioritizing cases? If you have a cop that is giving a traffic ticket and suddenly he sees that somebody is robbing a bank by him, do you think he should continue writing the ticket or go after the bad guy? This is just what ICE is doing. They're just prioritizing cases. This is ridiculous. They're not releasing anybody from detention. This cannot be far from the truth.
Wait a minute.
More far from the truth. This is just some cases in court.
They are releasing.
Yes.
The plan is, and in fact, they're already releasing. I recently visited an ICE detention center in New Jersey, where if you show up or you're rounded up and let's say you're pregnant, they will let you go until your case is heard. And you know, handling these cases, it can take months and sometimes years for your case to be heard. And so
Jamie,
they do plan to release them.
These cases are about prosecutorial discretion, about deciding who I put in jail or who do I send to the court downtown as opposed to at the detention facility. They're not releasing people that are arrested. Individuals that are arrested because they're here illegally in the country are still in the detention facilities in the country. I can assure you of that.
Okay, so Dan, don't you take
some individuals that we have in court.
Rayed, let me get Dan in. Don't you take comfort in the fact that those who have committed crimes will not be released? Although I have to share one statistic with you from the organization that tracks those who enter the country illegally. We know there's at least 13 million people here illegally, but only 248,000 cases are awaiting review. What about the rest?
I mean, clearly, look, this administration should be going to Congress and the American people and saying, look, well, these are the resources that we need, not only to work with states to remove criminal aliens expeditiously, but the much larger resource base to actually make immigration law matter for those who simply violate immigration laws. I mean, what the administration
I agree with Dan on this issue.
Is they are simply taking, the administration is deciding, taking away from Congress and the American people the fundamental right to decide who gets to stay in this country. Prosecutorial discretion is about individualized one-on-one decisions involving resources for specific cases, not this class-based, all in free. What the administration is saying is to the American people, unless an illegal alien comes here and then commits an outrageous felony, commits a major criminal offense, the illegal aliens simply get to stay by the millions, millions.
Dan, you're completely wrong. They're just saying we're going to take those later on.
I know what I'm talking about.
They are prioritizing cases. They're just prioritizing cases.
They are releasing
and what you're saying is completely ridiculous.
They
are just prioritizing cases.
Make your point.
They're just prioritizing cases and this is something that needed to be done long ago. These individuals that they're releasing or taking out of proceedings, they will be placed in proceedings again in the near future. But there's some priorities that they need to assess, and they really need to get out all these criminals. Once again, there's a lot of other individuals that legally can emigrate to the country, and they're in court. Why? If the system provides them for the ability to become legal permanent residents, take them out of court. Let USCIS handle those cases.
Thank you,
and once
gentlemen.
again, this is not backdoor amnesty by any means. This only applies to a limited group of people. It's a very small group of people.
Gentlemen, I have to leave it there. Obviously, this is a hot issue. A lot of people are talking about it. You presented both sides well.
Yes, it is. And Dan, you're wrong.
Thank you so
Good day.
much. Have a good day.
Good day.